It's a lovely day here in Cologne. It's me and David from Expert Powerhouse sitting in the Cologne office of Expert Powerhouse. And 2 weeks ago, we actually had the opportunity to first speak with Alison Grade, the author of the Freelance Bible. And we are really happy to have her today in our conversation. Hi, Alison.
Hi, guys. Lovely to see you.
Yeah, so it was a really amazing thought exchange, and we thought maybe let's have a further chat into the freelance economy, into freelance consulting, because of course this is where we as Expert Powerhouse also are in business as one of the fastest growing expert networks and consulting networks in Europe. So great to see you, Alison.
Yeah, awesome to be here, guys, and lovely to pick up a chat like this. So, when we first connected, I found there was lots of kind of synergies between what you're doing and what I'm doing, and I guess what really interested me about Expert Powerhouse and what you guys are doing is, your views and your thoughts on why your clients need freelancers. Why do they hire them? What do the freelancers do for the businesses?
Yeah, it's basically two reasons why clients come to us and request us. The first one is that they need additional capacity, like experienced consultants that can complement existing project teams and that can bring additional capacity. The second reason is that they are lacking specific expertise. And then they would request subject matter experts with a lot of experience, with a very sharp profile, with experience in a specific sector, in a specific topic, to bring that expertise to the project team. So the one is really a gap or a lack of capacity, consulting capacity. The other thing is really some missing expertise in a specific field.
Yeah, that's really interesting because that really resonates with me and the way I talk about freelancing as well. That expertise, you bring in those specialist skills, company doesn't need them full time, but equally you come in at a busy period, there's more projects than people planned, and you're bringing in that capacity. So I completely chime with that. And how many happy customers have you got? How long have you been going? I should have asked that at the beginning.
Yeah, I think so. We founded Expert Powerhouse in 2016. Yeah, and then of course, so I started it. It was founded 2016, and then basically now we're running for almost 4 years. We've grown. We have 2 offices now in Düsseldorf and Cologne. And how many clients do we actually have? I think a lot. We have not.
I would not also be able to count them now, but we have a strongly growing client base around the world with footprint in Europe, of course, and a strong footprint in the Middle East. We are now expanding also into Asia and into North America. So I would say currently clear focus on Europe and Middle East, but growing globally.
Awesome.
It's mostly so. We started, of course, with consulting companies because that's where we come from, where we have our roots. So we know consulting inside out with our BCG experience. But then, of course, over the last years, we broadened that customer base also to industrial companies like SMEs, but also larger corporations, and also in the private equity space, we are quite active. Helping those companies, family offices, to really drive their business forward and optimize their portfolios, add new companies to their portfolios. That's kind of like the client base. So it's really varied. So basically, we say like we provide on-demand project support. Yeah. So every company that needs on-demand project support, we can help.
And I'm interested as well, guys. Like, for me, in my freelancing, COVID's completely changed the way I look at the world. And actually, for me, it's had quite a positive impact because I can work with clients that I never dreamt I could work with, And I wondered how, the role of geography and internationalization and things like that had changed for you guys with COVID. Has it been problematic? Have you found opportunities? What's your take on that?
So what we saw, especially after March also, is that a lot of executives rethought a bit, what is actually really necessary, what to focus on. Do we still continue with all the projects, or do we kind of cut down even on specific initiatives? But they're trying to do it in a different way. So also a lot more digital meetings, of course. I mean, it's not surprising, but from our experience also on the client side, but also on the freelance consulting side, people are a lot more used to having those virtual conversations, having virtual workshops, really also on a larger setting, not one-to-one, but like, groups joining different meetings, having also a full day of breakout sessions. So it's people are used to it now. And I think what it means also is that the future of work will become more international. We recently did a study on the new workforce 2020, where we asked more than 450 executives, really, what is the future of work about, and how will they use independent freelancers and experts and consultants. And one of the things that came out is really that they expect also internationalization to continue. To have more international project teams, where you could probably expect, well, with all the nationalism, and there's a lot of movements there, also people to kind of live more in their own bubble. But at the same time, it will become also more international. And I think for the freelancers, this opens up a new world, because they now can access clients and they can access projects in different parts of the world where they maybe could not have done this before, or could have gained access. On the other hand, of course, it means for them a threat, because now those people from other regions of the world can also easily, or more easily than before, get maybe into their turf. So I think it's a bit of rethinking going on here also, from in the freelance sector, kind of what additional opportunities do I get, but also where do I need to pretend my home turf, thinking a bit around what can I locally offer better than maybe someone who is just coming in completely virtual.
Cool. So
maybe just to add, what we realized also in the crisis was, with all these travel restrictions going on, that client would also ask us for consultant support in a different area, because now they couldn't travel themselves. They still had a project going on. As we having an international network, a global network of independent consultants, we could provide them with local resources that could then do the work on the site, on the ground. And that is something that we also saw in the pandemic crisis, where we actually kind of benefited from it. But I think that this will also remain in the future, as people also try to limit their travel whenever need. Now many clients learned it is actually possible doing things virtually or engaging local consultants for specific tasks, and that will remain, in my opinion.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think, one of the things that we talked about on this international side of things is, and it's very much what I'm seeing, is that if you've got consultants all around the world working in different time zones, I know companies are structuring, I've heard stories of companies structuring things whereby they get the person in India to get started, they hand it over to the UK, who then hands it over to LA, and then it goes back to India. And so you're actually working 24/7, and the project is actually moving in a slightly different way. So you can use those time zones and those international networks to actually become more efficient and deliver a project quicker. Have you seen anything like that?
Yeah, of course. That is also something that we see, and where teams can efficiently work together, work around the clock, basically using the time differences between the different regions. And then when Australia is sleeping in Europe, they can still continue working on a specific topic. And collaborating virtually allows for these kind of efficiency gains.
And is that something that you're looking to develop more of with expert powerhouses, to leverage that to drive efficiencies for your clients and deliver projects quicker?
Yeah, I think it's very difficult to plan ahead, because I think in theory it's a nice concept that you work distributed all over the world, but then you have specific clients and you have specific project teams, and of course, if you can find a setting where you kind of, mutually around the clock, 24/7, someone picks up the work, the other one goes sleeping, and you continue. Yeah, this is really nice, and it's good to set it up. But often I think it's now also it happens still through through chance a bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would say for me also, one thing that we see with regards to COVID a lot is that companies drive their projects ahead, yeah, but the focus of their attention has shifted a lot towards digitalization projects. So we get a lot of digitalization requests, project requests, yeah, for IT transformation. And then again, sort of it's this functional knowledge or expertise where freelancers are sought after who've done cloud migrations or setting up huge transformation programs, who've done it before, where companies say, for me, it's just one time that I do this. But I want to speak with people who've done it before, so I can ensure it really works out. And then also we see a lot of requests, of course, due to COVID coming from restructuring and a bit of M&A also, where companies now are trying to kind of catch up the deals that are now, have been sitting in the pipeline for half a year, 3/4 of a year, and trying to make that happen. So in terms of focus, I would say also a bit of shift and virtualization.
Yeah, well, yeah, I mean, digitalization makes a lot of sense. And I guess when I look at your network, I'm interested in how you differentiate yourselves from other networks. Because if I was looking for a freelancer, what stops me from going to LinkedIn and going, I'm looking for a consultant in Cologne, or I'm looking for a consultant in Paris? What's the value add for being part of your network versus me just looking on LinkedIn, say? Other platforms are available.
I mean, we have very high expectations regarding the quality and the experience of our consultants. We have like a very tough recruiting process. We say about 15% only of those that apply to become part of our network on the consultant side are actually also taken up. So require like a significant amount of experience in one of the big consulting firms that guarantees or shall guarantee that these people really know what they do. So whenever a company is getting a consultant from us, our clients can be 100% sure that these people have done it before, that they know what they're doing, that they have a lot of experience. That is for the consultants. And then, of course, we also do have the subject matter expert, which is a different track in our network. The requirements are a bit different, but there it's mainly like very senior people that have, as I said beforehand, a very specific expertise and significant experience, again, in that specific expertise. Less experience on the consulting side, but definitely a lot of experience on a specific topic.
So they're deep subject matter experts that they want to use and share that knowledge. So I guess what the word that comes into my head then is around trust and a trusted supplier, trusted referrer, and you've got those extensive networks of trusted people. So for me, I come to you because I know that I'm going to get the best people around, and you've handpicked them for your networks, and there's a selection process. So I'm safe that I can come to you for that.
Absolutely. And to add to it, I mean, it's yes, we have those high, let's say, high quality and highly professional people in the network. Yeah. But then even if there is a project, we not just say, look, client, this is our network, choose whoever you want to speak with. Yeah. But we actually do a pre-qualification. So often our experience is that clients have super specific needs, not even if it's only a subject matter expert, but also for consultants. So it's not, I want this generalist consultant who can help me with some capacity. That would be far too abstract. But it's more, I want this person who has done a due diligence process multiple times in the automotive industry, who can really do the financial model, or has, can guide my people on how to do it. And then, of course, not everyone who's done a due diligence in his life before might qualify, even though if he is a very high professional consultant. Yeah? And we do this curation of experts and consultants for a specific project. And also to your point, yeah, why do I just go on LinkedIn? I mean, in theory, everyone could go on LinkedIn, look up people, start chatting with them, but you don't get the quality. You don't also, you know, it's an upcoming project problem where you see a lot of people on LinkedIn even recognized as fake profiles, and you had topics like this. So this will become even more difficult in the future to tell apart if those people really are the people that are behind the profile, and at the same time, this also takes a lot of time.
It's the time thing for me more than anything else.
Clients come to us typically are highly pressured. They really need to get a project done. They need to fill a capacity gap quickly. They need to start it. They need to close that merger or need to assess a target or do all this.
Time is money, and time is money. We all had loads of time. We could spend hours on LinkedIn. We could do that due diligence ourselves. We could talk to loads of people. The people that are in your networks are also on LinkedIn. They can be found, absolutely. But you're adding that, you're putting that arm around the shoulder of the client and going, we understand what you're trying to do. We're the experts in finding people, and all of our people are trusted and vetted, you know. So it becomes a value add to the client because they can just tick that off their to-do list and be like, right, that's moving forwards. It's in safe hands. I know I'm going to get some good candidates in X amount of time.
Yeah. And on the other hand, for all the freelancers, it's a hassle to actually do the invoicing and the contracting with those larger companies. Yeah, so that's a pain that we basically take away from both sides to make it really easy, so everyone can focus on really contributing to the project from the first minute on. Yeah, and all the billing and the contracts and paperwork is basically done by us in the back. Which is, I think, also some thing that we get extremely well feedback on from our clients, so they can really from the first hour on discuss the content with the experts, and it's all safe, it's all compliant, there are NDAs behind it, so really the discussion can start straight away, where typically you probably would experience, you know, 2 weeks of iterating back and forth, sending contracts here and there, letting them checked by your legal advisors and so forth. So that's all not required.
So all of your clients are pre-signed up to your terms and conditions, and all of your freelancers are. So basically the terms and conditions are agreed at the time you take those people on before they actually start the work. So you can go straight into the work without doing all of that. And then the freelancer doesn't have the worry of that side of things, having those difficult conversations with the person they want to be doing the project with. They can just focus on doing what they're being paid to do. That's awesome, guys. It's been lovely to talk to you guys. Looking forward to watching your progress with interest and seeing how you deliver for more clients over the years. And let's keep talking.
Yes,
thank you very much.
Let's do that for sure, Alison. And also we can recommend your book, The Freelance Bible. It's really great for everyone who wants to become a freelancer. Yeah, have a read through it. It has a lot of practical insights, exercises you should do before getting into this career step. Really good reading. I read it myself. I found it really interesting. So Alison, good luck with this. And also, great maybe to see you on some of the webinars or future activities together.
Yeah. No, let's keep in touch. Love to keep talking to you guys. Have a good day.
Thank you.
You too.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.